esteemed guests, executive team, student officers, delegates, and of course, my fellow Secretariat members. Good afternoon and welcome to the closing ceremony of EISJMUN 2021. My name is Hamza Ahmed, and for the last 540 days, I've served as the Executive President of EISJMUN 2021. It's time for what you've all been waiting for. We'll now have the President Chairs introduce the awards for Best Delegate, Best Position Paper, and Most Improved Delegate.
Greetings everyone, my name is Fatma and I had the privilege of serving as the President Chair of the Youth Council here at EISJMUN, the only committee where we had young middle school students discussing various different global challenges that we are facing in our world today. Turns out, our committee likes informal sessions more than formal sessions, and Ariana Grande wasn't too fond of our resolution that we made on how social media is used as an awareness tool. Well, nonetheless, it definitely was a very enjoyable committee. We had a bit of a rocky start, but we definitely picked up pace and everyone was interactive in committee and gave their inputs. I would like to give a special thanks to my Deputy President Chairs, Khushi and Shireen, for being very supportive and helping me along in chairing the committee and ensuring everything goes smoothly. Now, without further ado, I will now be announcing the awards for the committee. The best position paper goes to Shreya Galrani. Most improved delegate goes to Archie Parkin, and the best delegate award goes to Divya Chandrasekhar. Congratulations, delegates, and I hope that you all have had an amazing time at Youth Council with all of us. Thank you so much.
Everyone, my name is Jay Joshi, and I am the President Chair of the First General Assembly here at EISJMUN 2021. To me, the General Assembly is something special. It's the first committee that I was ever in, and it's meant so much to me, especially the kind of people that you find in the General Assembly of all different skill levels. And I'm very happy to say that the delegates in my committee were of the highest skill level. Granted, a lot of them were beginners, but we really saw tremendous improvement in every single one of our delegates. And I think that Priya and Waleed will agree with me when I say that making this decision was extremely tough. But again, everyone did amazingly. So now I'll just go with the awards. The winner for Best Position Paper is the delegate of Bahrain. Congratulations. The winner for Most Improved has to go to the delegate of Syria. And the winner of the Best Delegate Award is the delegate of Australia. Congratulations, delegates, every single delegate in the First General Assembly. And again, thank you so much for being a part of this conference.
Hey there, I'm Ashish Ganapathy, the President Chair of the General Assembly 3rd Committee, and I'll be presenting the awards for this committee on behalf of my Deputy Chair, Bhumit Singh. Before we get into announcing the awards, I'd like to extend an honorable mention to a delegate who exemplified many of the qualities that a good delegate should have, but marginally lost out. This honorable mention goes to the delegate of Brazil. The Best Position Paper, our first award of the day, goes to a delegate who wrote down incredible amounts of research, had statistics, facts, solutions, introduction and conclusion, you name it, they had it all. This goes to the delegate of France. Next up, our Most Improved Delegate. This goes to a delegate who was shy, barely spoke on day 1, to where they nearly dominated committee by the end of day 3. This incredible progress was shown by the delegate of Russia. And lastly, our Best Delegate Award, the most awaited one, goes to a delegate who dominated committee and never had a low point throughout all 3 days. This undoubtedly goes to the delegate of Afghanistan. Congratulations, delegates, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Hello everybody, I'm Chaitanya Shankar, the Best Deputy President Chair of the 6th General Assembly. We had an extremely exciting debate, especially between the delegates of Doofenshmirtz and the delegate of China. We also were honored with a guest speech from the ambassador of China, who made the committee even more fun. I hope all the delegates had an extremely memorable and enjoyable experience during our MUN conference. The Best Delegate Award goes to the delegate of Canada. The Best Position Paper Award goes to the delegate of the United States of America. And the Most Improved Delegate goes to the delegate of DPRK. Have a nice day.
Hello everyone, my name is Asmi Kukreja and I served as the Deputy President Chair of HRC. This is the first time I ever chaired and I'm going to thank my co-chair Adam for making a chair an experience I would never forget. Before I say any winners, I want to congratulate all the delegates who attended my committee. Thank you for making very, very good points every time and making all the debates really interesting to watch. My honorable mention goes to the delegate of Saudi Arabia. The best delegate award goes to the delegate of USA. The best position paper award goes to the delegate of France, and the most improved delegate goes to the delegate of Germany. Thank you to everyone and congratulations.
Good evening everyone, my name is Samia Kapoor and I am one of the Deputy Chairs of ECOSOC at EISJMUN 2021. It's been a huge honor for me to chair this committee, and over the last 3 days we've had so much fun, from games of True Truths and a Lie, to a visit from the President of Burkina Faso, to my Deputy Chair Kaveen making fun of me for not being able to pronounce my V's and W's. I'd like to thank him for all the support he's given me over the last 3 days, and now it's time to announce the awards. So the Best Delegate Award goes to the Delegate of China. The Best Position Paper Award goes to the Delegate of UK, and the Most Improved Award goes to the Delegate of Brazil. Congratulations and have a good evening.
Greetings from the SPC. Debate at the special conference was interesting and intriguing. Now for the awards. The Best Delegate Award goes to the Delegate of Saudi Arabia. This delegate navigated a difficult situation and managed to gain support even when we thought gaining support would be difficult. Congratulations, Delegate. Next we have the Most Improved Delegate, and this award goes to the Delegate of France. Towards the end, the Delegate of France submitted a beautiful document containing so many useful clauses, and he really grew from his position as he was in the first committee session. Last, we have the Best Position Paper, and this goes to the Delegate of Switzerland, whose formatting and content were quality. We have a few honorable mentions, and these go to the Delegate of the United States of America, India, and the Chinese Ambassador. Thank you so much for coming here and being with us. We look forward to seeing you at other MUN conferences. Good luck.
Good afternoon, delegates. My name is Sneha Sahai, and I served this year as the President Chair for UN Women at EISJMUN 2021. This year in UN Women, we discussed issues pertaining to the disparities in healthcare and nutrition, inclusion in STEM industries, as well as education of women in Southern Asia. And we passed several excellent resolutions discussing so many interesting ideas, punctuated by guest speeches from prominent world leaders like the Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, as well as the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. We had 12 actively participating delegates in our committee this year, all of whom were highly competent and showed massive improvement over the last 3 days, with many of them being first-timers on the first day that were afraid to speak and ending up on the third day shouting and screaming at each other, arguing to the death, which is, as a chair, something that makes me really, really proud. As you can imagine, it also makes it very difficult for us to select awards. But without further ado, it is my honor to present the Best Position Paper Award to the Delegate of Germany for her insightful input on all the discussed topics, the Most Improved Award to the Delegate of Latvia for her commitment to each solution and each resolution proposed, and the Best Delegate Award to the Delegate of Canada for her unwavering dominance of the committee throughout the 3 days. EISJMUN 2021 was my final MUN conference, and I think it was an excellent way for me to wrap up and end out my career with a bang. I wouldn't have wished it any other way, and I wish all participating delegates, not only in UN Women, but at the entire conference, the best of luck in their futures, and I look forward to seeing what all of you can achieve.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Fayyad and I am the President Chair of the World Economic Forum. And after some amazing debates and super interesting sessions, I'd love to announce our winners. So, the winner for the Best Position Paper Award is the Delegate of South Korea. The winner for the award of the Most Improved Delegate is the Delegate of Saudi Arabia. And lastly, the delegate that won Best Delegate is the Delegate of Australia. Well done everyone, it was amazing. Everyone did a fantastic job and I can't wait to see you all soon. Bye!
delegates, staff members, secretariat team members, and fellow executive team members. It has been my honor to be the President Chair of the Nuclear Security Summit. Our committee talked about everything from starting World War III to how MUN is like a vacuum cleaner. I'd like to thank my co-chairs Samir and Adil, as well as our admin George. Without you guys, literally we would have got nothing done in committee. I'd also like to thank our delegates. You guys were lovely to work with and always willing to listen to feedback and always trying to improve. It was a true pleasure to watch you guys flourish and improve as the days progressed in the conference. Now I'd like to get into the awards. So the award for most improved delegate goes to the delegate of the United Kingdom. The award for best position paper goes to the delegate of Iran. And finally, the best delegate award goes to the delegate of the DPRK. I'd also like to give some honorable mentions to the delegate of China, the delegate of India, and delegate of Egypt. Thank you all for your time and have a lovely evening.
Good evening, delegates, esteemed MUN directors, and secretariat members. Joining the committee of G20 has been one of the most enlightening experiences of my life, considering the entire conference was done online. This being my last conference, I could not have asked for better co-chairs. So thank you, Akshansh and Aisha, for being some of the most helpful and fun co-chairs I've worked with. From being recommended mentor facilities to all delegates waging war in Brazil and China, it has been marvelous being a part of G20. And I have to give a very special mention to our Deputy Chair Akshansh for his spectacular guest speech. It's one of my favorites, and I'm sure the delegates enjoyed it just as much as I did. Moreover, our admin Vanatha made sure that the committee ran as smoothly as possible, handling all the administrative and technical work. Now for the awards. The awards have been selected based on the consistent involvement throughout the conference, the willingness to speak, and providing valuable insight into the debate as a whole. The award for the best position paper goes to the delegate of China. The award for the most improved delegate goes to the delegate of France. And finally, the award for the best delegate goes to the delegate of Germany. Lastly, hats off for the Secretariat and the executive team for making this conference possible. And once again, thank you to all my deputy chairs, admin, and the delegates for making this conference one of the best ever.
Good evening, delegates, student officers, MUN directors, and guests. My name is Adam Nurali, and it was my honor to be the President Chair of the Security Council at EISJMUN 2021. It almost seems nostalgic me giving this speech, as EISJMUN 2016 was where my MUN journey began, and coincidentally, EISJMUN is where it ends. I'll try my best not to make this a sappy speech, but I can't guarantee anything. As much as I hate to say goodbye to my last MUN conference, I am so happy that it was with the most amazing Security Council I have ever been in. Yes, we were a small group, but not once did we let debate die. With everyone contributing every single day, I genuinely had a blast these 3 days, as days of debate flew by before we even knew it. Firstly, I'd like to thank my co-chairs, Sid and Anaya. You two were absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad I got to chair alongside you two. Additionally, I'd like to thank Sia, our amazing admin who dealt with countless notes and our annoying messages. I'd also like to thank the Secretariat, Daksh, Ravleen, Salim, Ishika, and Ramin's little brother. You guys did an amazing job. Lastly, I'd like to thank my delegates. All of you guys were amazing, and I will treasure the memories from this conference. But my one request is that you guys attend many more conferences and make many more memories. Without further ado, I'd like to announce the awards that you all have been waiting for. The most improved delegate of the Security Council goes to, drumroll please, the delegate of the United Kingdom. Next, we have the award for the best position paper in the Security Council, and that goes to none other than the delegate of Russia. Lastly, we have the award for the best delegate in the Security Council of EISJMUN 2021, and that goes to the delegate of the United States of America. A really big congratulations to everyone in the Security Council this year.
Society's imposed importance on differences often leads us to all kinds of conflict, which is why it's our duty to resolve these conflicts, to promote coexistence through acceptance. Now, although I did steal this from the EISJMUN website, I feel like I need to mention it because it was an incredibly prevalent concept throughout this conference, specifically in the League of Nations. In the League of Nations, we had delegates from near and far that were old and new. And I'm incredibly proud of every single one of the delegates that we have had this weekend. Having said that, I will be passing my chairing rights to Ansh to announce the awards.
Thank you, Svetlana, for your amazing speech and giving me the hardest part of announcing the delegation awards. So without further ado,
The Best Position Paper Award goes to the delegate of the Spanish Republic. The Most Improved Delegate goes to the delegate of Germany, and the Best Delegate Award goes to the delegate of the USSR. Once again, thank you all so much for being part of the League of Nations. It was a huge blast chairing you all.
Hello everybody, my name is Sahil Cole and I served as the President Chair of the Crisis Committee. Our committee was memorable to say the least, from the French Republic accidentally planning an assassination against the head of state of China to the head of state of DPRK coming back to life from the dead. This committee was one that I will always cherish, and that is truly only because of the delegates who made it this successful. Without further ado, the moment that all of you have been waiting for, the awards. So the award for the most improved delegate goes to the delegate of Chad. And for the best delegate award, it actually is a tie between the delegates of Switzerland and Nigeria.
Good afternoon, delegates, chairs, admins, and of course, Peace Prize winner Narendra Modi. Our committee, the ICJ, consisted of only 7 people. Nonetheless, it was refreshing to see the diversity in our MUN experiences and perspectives. Delegates all the way from Germany to New York debated on the case of Gambia versus Myanmar and the application of the Convention of the Punishment and Prevention on the Crime of Genocide. With 3 days of arduous debate, endless witness questioning from the advocates of Gambia, and rather awkward requests for early breaks, our judges deemed Myanmar guilty on the crime of genocide, with all 3 judges voting in favor of the prosecution. Now for the awards. The Most Improved Award goes to someone who has made the biggest strides in developing confidence and arguments over the course of the conference, and the Most Improved Award is given to Judge Posniak. The Best Advocate Award is given to the advocate who has presented the strongest side for his or her side, and this award is given to Advocate Iyaswaran. Lastly, the Best Judge Award is given to the judge who played the most decisive role in deliberations and judgment, and is awarded to Judge Sonu. Thank you all for being a part of ICJ at EISJMUN 2021.
Next, we welcome back a familiar face, as I'm honored to introduce the man who started EISJMUN back in 2016, the first Secretary General, Yash Agarwal.
Everyone, this is Yash here. I founded the EISJMUN nearly 5 years ago, which is absolutely crazy to say. I'm super proud of Takshin's team for being able to put together this conference, given the situation, and sort of being able to sort of transition it online. I hope you guys had an amazing 3 days of debating and resolution writing. I'm sure the skills that you guys have picked up will be extremely useful for you, not only when you eventually go to university or find a job. They've definitely been extremely useful for me, and just really hoping and wishing the best for all of you. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Now we've got a video to share with all of you of a few behind-the-scenes clips from our last year and a half working on EISJMUN 2021.
Yo, what's up, gang?
Show me your badges. Okay, wait, stop moving, man.
Sweep the streets I used to own.
Let me give you a couple of examples.
Our coach.
Hi.
I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my
Oh, hi. Welcome to iCar. Yoshi, tell us more about this. What's going on? Okay, let's go back.
Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my soul and shield. My missionaries in a foreign field.
Kind of you did like something from the.
Yes, please. I think we can all safely say that this conference has been completely different to all of its predecessors. Dealing with the problems of operating in an unprecedented pandemic, holding our conference in person quite literally became illegal. I can't count the number of times that our conference has gone from being face-to-face to hybrid to online, then to face-to-face again, at one point being completely cancelled, and finally back to being online. I think I speak for the whole Secretariat when I say that over the last 5 years, MUN has become an integral part of our school experience, personally being the event that I look forward to by far the most every single year, whether it be as a delegate, a chair, an executive team member, or in the Secretariat. MUN never seems to disappoint. In EISJ in particular, I think that MUN represents the spirit of student leadership and prepares each and every single one of us to become the future world leaders. This year, in 15 different committees, with this conference, we proved that no matter what challenges come our way, MUN will survive and flourish, and delegates will come up with even more creative solutions to our world's greatest problems. But now the time has come for us to pass on the EISJMUN torch to the next generation of students. Over the last 3 days, I'm extremely proud to say that I've seen each and every single one of you step up and take your place in fostering the future of our generation. It is in the most difficult of times that it becomes imperative that we all work together under one banner to make a difference. So if there's one thing that I want each and every single one of you to take away from this, is that you're all entirely capable of making a massive difference in this world. All you have to do is take it one step at a time. To finish up, I'd like to thank everyone who's made help this conference possible today, and without whom none of us would be standing here now. In these trying times, I'm grateful to Emirates International School Jumeirah's faculty, staff, and teachers for their continuous support in our efforts. Thank you to our parents who have stood by us regardless of all the ups and downs and have guided us through every single hurdle. Thank you to our beloved MUN director, Ms. Carney, who managed to keep us laughing in even the most stressful situations and fully supported even our most insane ideas. Thank you to the entire executive team, who have put hours and hours into making this conference the best it possibly could be. Thank you to our applications team, to Shambhavi, who was always there to respond to my messages and makes the most excruciating of changes without complaint in the blink of an eye. To Arj, who meticulously looked over every single spreadsheet for mistakes and made my life 100 times easier. To Chai, who despite her exams, found time to give MUN priority and always kept everyone's hopes up. The three of you have been a pleasure to work with. Thank you to our head of admins, Neda, for teaching me some of the difficult lessons about leadership and always being so on top of everything that I never had to worry about you for a second. Finally, thank you to my fellow Secretariat members. To our Deputy Secretary General, Ishika, Thank you for always caring about the little things, like how many balloons we're going to buy for decorations, or what days we're all going to coordinate outfits. Your presence brought joy to our everyday MUN activities. To our other Deputy Secretary General, Salim, thank you for giving us all a laugh whenever we needed it most and being the beacon of optimism, calmness, and spirit that you always are. You're the one that I've always looked up to reassure myself whenever I was feeling uncertain or doubtful. To our PGA, Ravleen, thank you for being the heart of the Secretariat, making time to make sure that I was always doing all right, and when I wasn't, cheering me up with a single smile. I've never seen a person who's as honest and open that I can always count on to speak their mind and hold nothing back. Last, but by no means least, to our Secretary General, my partner in crime, my best friend, Daksh. Thank you for being the rock-solid, determined leader of our Secretariat, who never once gave up on this conference and showed me what dedication truly looks like. I'll never forget any of the 2 a.m. phone calls, the sleepless nights, and the hours and hours that we spent together over Zoom meetings. You're the person that's made all of this possible. Delegates, unfortunately, due to time constraints, there will not be any further paragraphs uttered in my speech. So on that note, I've been Hamza Ahmed, Executive President of EISJMUN 2021, signing out one last time.
Greetings, esteemed guests, valued MUN directors, honorary student officers, admins, and delegates. My name is Salim Alabar, and it has been my honor to serve as one of the Deputy Secretary Generals for the 5th Annual Emirates International School Jumeirah Model United Nations Conference. I'd like to begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to Mrs. Rao, our school principal, Mrs. Harrison, the head of secondary, Mr. Williams, our Dean of Students, and of course, Ms. Carney, our MUN coordinator, without whom this conference wouldn't have been possible. Your unwilling support has been a fixed constant in the ever-changing world around us, and we couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you for allowing us to pursue our passions and continue to inspire students across the UAE and the rest of the world. A special thank you to the maintenance, security, and technology teams at EISJ, who have given up their free time to ensure everything on campus ran smoothly throughout the conference. Your diligence and consistent efforts are an inspiration to us all. Over the past 3 days, over the past 17 months, I've had the privilege of working alongside some of the most inspired, passionate, and resilient people I have ever met. In February of 2020, Taksh Girdar, our Secretary General, selected his team of 5 Secretariat members, followed by a team of 20 executive team members to help him orchestrate the best MUN conference our school has ever seen. And I must say, you have all accomplished exactly that. To the executive team, I'm in awe of your perseverance, your work ethic, and dedication in ensuring the success of EISJMUN 2021. In addition to your rigorous studies, each and every one of you have found the time to complete the vast number of tasks we've assigned to you and met some of the most impossible deadlines I've ever seen. And for that, we're all truly grateful. A special thank you to Akshita and Sia, the heads of sponsors, and Krish and Rian, the heads of events, whom I had the chance to work with closely over the past few months. I've thoroughly enjoyed every single moment we've shared together, the highs, the lows, the thousands of emails, and the days we've spent in the theater preparing the opening and closing ceremonies. To the student officer and admin team, without your efforts and continued support, EISJMUN 2021 wouldn't have been the same. Over the past 3 days, each of you have been working tirelessly to ensure that all 15 committees ran flawlessly and that debate was conducted to the highest quality. A special mention to Fatma, the President Chair of Youth Council, Kushi and Shireen, the Deputy Chairs of Youth Council, Vidi, the Admin of Youth Council, Svetlana and Ansh, the Deputy Chairs of League of Nations, Akshita, one of the heads of sponsors and the Admin of League of Nations, Samia, the Deputy Chair of ECOSOC, Kaveen, our Head of Crisis and the Deputy Chair of ECOSOC, and finally, Aditya, the Admin of ECOSOC. I've had the privilege of working with all of you since the summer of 2020, apologies. And your hard work and commitment have never ceased to amaze me. And finally, to my beloved Secretariat. Although I don't show it often, each of you have impacted my life in ways I couldn't have ever imagined. I truly believe I wouldn't be the same person standing in front of you here today if it weren't for the events we have lived through over the past year. Hamza, your wits and sense of humor are unlike any I've ever seen before. Thank you for always putting a smile on our faces, even during the toughest of times. Ravleen, or as I like to call you, Ravarunsky, I don't think I'll ever understand your complex relationship with the General Assemblies, but I believe that it, paired with your impeccable organizational skills, are what made you the perfect PGA. Ishika, I still remember the excitement we felt when we found out we were going to be Deputy Secretary Generals. It was unlike any other feeling I've ever experienced before. Your positivity is the glue that held us together, and your creativity is the reason our conference had a constant spark, even during the darkest of times. And finally, Taksh. I can say with absolute certainty that I have never met anyone with your level of commitment, dedication, passion, and perseverance. You are the one that believed in all of us when we didn't believe in ourselves. And I'm truly honored that you gave me the opportunity to work by your side as we made EISJMUN 2021 a reality. As this all comes to an end, I must say I can't think of a better way to part with my MUN journey than this very moment right here, or a better group of people to do it with. Although it brings me great sadness, part of the journey is the end. And as I look back to what we have accomplished, we can only be proud of the moments we have created together. So thank you for all the memories, the smiles, the laughs. I will cherish these for many years to come. Know that this is not the end of the story, but rather the beginning of many more. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you, and I wish you all a fantastic evening.
Good evening, respected delegates, staff members, and faculty. It was with great honor that I, Ishika Dinesh, received the opportunity to serve as one of the Deputy Secretary Generals for Emirates International School Jumeirah's 5th Model UN. In all honesty, I don't even know where to start. More than 15 months ago, when Taksh told me that I had been selected, I was ecstatic, and words just can't do justice to how I felt at that moment. And here we are today at the closing ceremony of EISJMUN 2021. Thank you to the staff and faculty who stayed so long at school for us, Mrs. Rao, Ms. Carney, the staff team for working tirelessly, and most importantly, all of you delegates who made our dream of having our 5th conference come true. But this wouldn't be complete without thanking our wonderful executive team for their tremendous dedication. Jirash and Saddam, the affairs team, you guys are the most dedicated people I have ever met, and I have no idea how you didn't explode when I asked you to practically complete so many jobs and roles, and over the course of the year turned into my heads of emails. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do, even when I give you like a 2 minutes notice to email more than 500 schools. Kaveen and Arav, the heads of crisis, you were literally the reason that committees had life, and your absolutely amazingly odd ideas were so fantastic, and I loved each and every one of them. You guys kept us on our toes quite literally. Taksh, Rivleen, Hamza, Salim, where do I even begin? You four are hands down the best team to work with, and it was truly an honor to bring this event to life with you. I still remember the time when we were all on call, so upset that EISJMUN 2020/2021 wasn't even going to be a thing. But that day we cheered each other up because we knew how much it meant to each and every one of us. I have no idea how you guys deal with my extremely, in my opinion, super important and wonderful ideas, but not so much in yours. Hamza, I'd be lying if I said that today I'll be walking out of the doors without having found one of my closest friends. If it weren't for you, I can assure all of you that we most definitely wouldn't have met any deadlines. Salim, I'm so glad I got to know you so much better. Remember the time when we first tried to coordinate our intros and failed miserably? But hey, I'm super excited to try again and hopefully make it sound more coordinated over the coming year. It was a privilege to serve as Deputy Secretary General with you. You're probably the reason why the Secretariat's even sane right now. Taksh, I still remember when you got us our favorite food when our conference was initially supposed to take place, and that's probably the sweetest thing you've ever done. I don't know how you put up with so many challenges, but the way you faced every single one of them and brought back the entire team together is just so awe-inspiring. And last but not the least, Rivleen, my best friend, we made it. 4 years ago, we walked into that gate hoping one day we would be the ones holding the walkie-talkies, and here we are. And finally, my family, you know exactly who you are. It's not often you meet a bunch of people who grow onto you, who show you what it means to be extremely passionate about something, who push you to reach the greatest heights, and who you know will never let you hit the ground, who you call family, someone who would drop everything just to come and support you, but most of all has your back. Thank you for dropping everything for me, and I didn't even have to say a word. I couldn't possibly ask for more, and I love you so much. We made it, you guys. EISJMUN'21 happened. I still can't believe this roller coaster is coming to an end. No more super long calls, no more staying in the theater, having a gazillion photo shoots, recording videos, and occasionally presenting about EISJMUN. Coming together was a beginning, staying together was a progress, working together was a success, and it was an absolute honor to serve this role in this incredible experience. With that, I now sign off as Deputy Secretary General of EISJMUN 2021. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening, and please do stay safe. Ms. Carney, could you please come to stage?
Wow, I wasn't expecting this.
Thank you so much, Miss.
And just, I haven't anything prepared, just to let you guys know, you worked under circumstances none of us could have foreseen. You embraced everything, every challenge you rose to, and you've done yourselves and the school so proud. So we're all so proud of you.
MUN is just a 3-letter abbreviation and EISJMUN is just a 7-letter abbreviation. Well, not to me. MUN has defined the almost last 4 years of my life. EISJMUN, on the other hand, not only defined the last year and a half of my life, but also caused me smiles and tears that I could have never anticipated. The truth is, I wouldn't have it any other way. My name is Raveen Kaur Chhabra, and I'm so proud to have served as the President of General Assembly for EISJMUN 2021. Cliche, but I have to say it again. MUN is a journey, and EISJMUN 2021 was defined by the people around me. My first thank you goes to the senior leadership team for all their support, whether it was helping us calm down or getting us out of class. I have to say a big thank you to our executive team. First, the heads of tech, Harsh and Aditya, for getting things done the second after I asked for it. A big thank you to the heads of resources, Asmi and Avi, for staying enthusiastic and on top of your work no matter what obstacles you faced. And a huge thank you to the heads of promotions, which they just seem to have an evergreen list of things to do. You guys are the best departments in EISJMUN 2021, and I will never forget it. However, I must say our executive team themselves are the best, and I don't know how to show you guys my appreciation other than saying this. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you. Another thank you to all the GA chairs who are not only bullies, but also the funniest people I have ever met. Jay, Priya, Waleed, Ashish, Bhumit, and Chai, thank you for all your effort. Next, I want to say thank you to Ms. Carney. You are more than an amazing MUN director. You are an amazing human being who supported us more than words can ever capture. A big thank you from our SEC team, but also a personal thank you for me, because you were there to support me before the interviews even started. Now, Hamza, or as I say, Hammy. We're not just EP and PGA, we're closer friends than most people would ever be able to think. There's so many things I could say about you, but what I admire about you most is the way you speak. You speak with so much passion, and it's truly remarkable. And remember, you have and you always will be my short friend, even if you're taller than me now. Salim, you and I never really got to know each other before MUN. MUN became an excuse to get to know each other, and I'm so happy that we did. I think the best part of working with you was us watching your skincare routine on Zoom while we tried to figure everything out like a year ago now. It's been long. On a real note though, your enthusiasm is contagious, and I hope that we don't need MUN as an excuse to talk anymore. Ishika. Ishika and I go way back. Our MUN journey started together in 2017, and it continues here in 2021. Like I said, our first conference was together. Ishika and I sat through it all together. When the conference ended and we were walking to our car on a Saturday evening, much like this one, I said, and I quote, "Ishika, I want to be up on that stage in a few years giving the same speeches and all." And it kind of went unsaid that this was a goal we both wanted to achieve, and we did. We're here. It's hard to believe that we are on the stage, at the podium. We've put all the work in to make this happen. Taksh, I hope I helped you achieve all you wanted for this conference and more. When we started this conference, we didn't think it would go online. I mean, we didn't think so many things would be happening, but we fought through it all together, and I'm so happy that we were there for each other through it all. I couldn't be more grateful for you having chosen us and making us a dream team. I still don't know how you somehow never get mad at people and then dealt with all our tantrums, but we made it. More importantly, you made it. I think at the end of the day, we have the MUN platform in general to thank, and we wouldn't have this without all of you. So thank you all, and I hope you have a great evening. This is the PGA signing off.
Good evening, all. I stand here at the end of a journey that lasted about a year and a half with so many memories to look back on. Firstly, I'd like to thank Ms. Carney for her unwavering support for everyone. Every time any of us would have a mini freak out when we face major issues, she would reassure us, help us work through the problem, and encourage us at every step. Especially throughout the pandemic, when we were so uncertain and feeling lost about what to do, she was our guiding light. I'd also like to give thanks to Mr. Khalaf Ahmad Al-Abdur, founding chairman of the Al-Abdur Group, Ms. Samna Al-Abdur, director of Emirates International School, faculty, SLT, and Ms. Rao, for their support and facilitating our conference through such an uncertain and challenging time. Quite obviously, the conference wouldn't have been possible without the executive team and student officer team. Our head of finance, Imad, we literally would not be able to have a conference if you weren't able to manage our money so well, and you would always do the work no matter how last minute I asked. Shamsa, our head of press, creating memories of this conference was a very important job, and I couldn't have asked for anyone better. The Secretariat, I love you guys, and what I'm going to say isn't going to even scratch the surface of how much we've done, how much you have done for the conference. Salim, your cheery personality, charm, and wit is something that's made working with you always enjoyable, no matter how hard the work may be. Hamza, like a brother, though you were cheeky most of the time, you're always looking out for me in the conference, and I will always appreciate that. Ishika, your consistent suggestion of ideas for the conference, though sometimes crazy, was the passion for our work that inspired me to continue working hard, and the lightheartedness I needed through tough times. And Ravleen, there's not enough words in the English language that can express my appreciation for you always being by my side. From countless hours on Zoom calls to always being the person that could take away my voice. You're one of my best friends in the world, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I'd also like to thank family and friends who have always helped me no matter the time, the place, or the difficulty. And with that, I, Daksh Killer, Secretary General for EISJMUN' 2021, declare this conference closed.